129 mass shootings just in 2023. It's not even April yet. Nearly 10,000 gun violence deaths and 398 children and teenagers have been killed by gun violence. This data from the Gun Violence Archive.
All of this, of course, reminding school systems about the role they play in keeping students safe. Atlanta News First reporter Yasmina Alston is live at the state capitol tonight. And Yasmina, officials are not just taking action here locally, but statewide.
Rick, that's right. Georgia lawmakers just passed an active shooter training bill that would require every public school to do a yearly drill. And that's on top of what local schools here in Metro Atlanta are already doing.
They are people that are very bad people, and they're looking for a target. And unfortunately, our schools, our churches, even some businesses have become that target.
Another tragic and deadly school shooting, this one at a Tennessee elementary school, killing 6, including 3 children.
It's occurring over and over again because we just don't believe it's going to happen here.
Dr. Steve Webb has experience in schools and policing. He says while most school districts have plans in place to prevent active shooter situations, those plans don't always stay as tight as they should.
Our problem is we start these things, we get this great plan, and we put it in a 3-ring binder, and then when nothing happens, we stop doing the plan. We start thinking, well, it must be working because nothing happened.
Maintaining that diligence is what Webb points to. He's spoken to Metro Atlanta school systems about this very topic, and school officials here are also taking matters into their own hands. In DeKalb County, the school board recently approved the addition of mobile metal detectors to high schools and middle schools to filter students through certain areas instead of monitoring every entrance in a building. It's one of many solutions Dr. Webb says are necessary.
It's new technology, and it's not like traditional metal detectors. You won't have to stop students. They literally just walk in, and they'll be monitored by the system, which is almost a kiosk with a tablet.
In Fulton County, schools have spent hundreds of thousands of dollars in new technology to keep students safe, including badges that are also panic buttons given to employees. Live in downtown Atlanta, Yasmina Alston, Atlanta News First.